Okay, so hi, it's me again. So Miss Ridi, thank you for joining today's session. Miss Agatha, thank you for joining again. So my name is Fitri. I'm from National Geographic Learning Indonesia. We are based in Jakarta, specifically in Tomang. So when you come to Jakarta, please come and visit us. All right, so so today we're going to talk about another series. It's called Keynote. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, do you see Keynote? So this is Keynote series. There are 6 levels, yeah, and Keynote, although it's still the first edition, but it has been migrated to our new platform that is called Spark. Okay, so Spark is our new platform for teaching resources, for learning management system. Previously, Keynote was not in Spark yet, but now all levels of Keynote have been migrated to Spark. So Keynote is the latest edition. Sorry, this is the latest edition of National Geographic Learning, which collaborates with TED Talk. Okay, so TED Talk, you must know TED Talk videos, right? So TED Talk videos. You can watch TED Talk videos in many platforms, yeah, including YouTube. Okay, but the TED Talk videos in YouTube, they are not filtered yet. They're not graded yet. Okay, so we collaborate with TED Talk and also National Geographic for Keynote series as the content, yeah, to take our students to to produce fascinating ideas. Okay, so not only that they learn from the masterpieces of National Geographic explorers, but they can also get the inspiration to communicate their ideas through the TED Talk speakers. Okay, and then all the videos of TED Talk featured in Keynote series have been carefully selected. Okay, so there will be no sensitive topics, sensitive content. Okay, and then they are already carefully graded as well to suit Keynote levels. Yeah. So Keynote is an integrated skill series that teaches learners to develop the confidence and skills needed to express themselves powerfully and proficiently in English. That's the aim or the purpose of Keynote series. In detail, so it's Keynote series is included in our adult series. Yeah, so it can be used for young adults such as secondary students, yeah, up to university and adult. For the CFR level, it starts from A1 to C2. So there are 6 levels. And here in Keynote series, it features TED Talk videos to bring the world to the classroom. Okay, and we also have authentic language from TED Talks and also from real interviews. Some of them are National Geographic explorers, yeah, to build the students' confidence in speaking. So Keynote wants to develop communication, critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration among the students. There are many topics covered in Keynote series, yeah, about cities, passions, talents, confidence, career, technology, achievements, okay, health, okay, animals, wild places, yeah. And then usually this is how the relation between the topic, yeah, and then the TED Talk video. okay, and also the activities. So first, they are introduced to the main idea through a TED Talk video, okay, and then learners can see the segment of the TED Talk at the beginning of the unit, yeah, okay, and then later there will be TED Talk pages inside as well, okay, and they will also get specially recorded interviews with interesting people from around the world, including the National Geographic Explorer, okay? And students can also find infographics, yeah, to visually expand their ideas, yeah. And there will be also reading text, okay, to add more meaning to the main idea or the topic, okay? So these are all related to one topic in every unit. And Keynote series focuses more on communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. You can see it even from the scope and sequence. It's clearly stated. So which skills that your students are going to learn in specific unit, okay? So for example, vocabulary, listening, language focus, speaking, reading, and TED Talk video, presentation skills, communicative skills, and writing. So this is an example, yeah. So this is, you know that your students are going to learn about vocabulary related to music and movie, yeah. The listening is related, yeah. It's about my passion for music. There is an interview with Philip Jones. He's a musician. And then the language focus, it's talking about likes and interests. So the grammar related there is simple present, okay? And then speaking, it's going to talk about likes and dislikes. Reading, it's about Bluegrass for a New Generation. So it's a music group. And then the TED Talk, it's also related to music, yeah, Bluegrass from New Jersey, Sleeping Man Banjo Boys, okay? And then the presentation skills highlighted in this unit, it's about introducing yourself. Communicative skills is about getting to know you, and writing, it's about writing email to introduce yourself, okay? So later on, there will be a presentation page as well at the end. They will be introducing someone you know. That's how it works, okay? So this is a brief overview of some of the TED Talks used in Keynote, okay? And each TED Talk features authentic English, inspiring speakers who are communicating passionately and fascinating 21st century ideas. So this is the example.
Now, I am not an explorer. I'm not an environmentalist. I'm actually just a survivor.
If you believe you're a beautiful person inside and out, there is no look that you can't pull off.
I'm here to share my photography. Or is it photography? Because of course, this is a photograph that you can't take with your camera.
So things that you and I might think about as global problems, like climate change, the energy crisis, or poverty, are really, in many ways, city problems.
Today I'm going to show you an electric vehicle that weighs less than a bicycle, that you can carry with you anywhere, that you can charge off a normal wall outlet in 15 minutes, and you can run it for 1,000 kilometers on about $1 of electricity.
So how do we develop the skills that we need? Because it does take skill and practice too. If we aren't going to be afraid of conflict, we have to see it as thinking, and then we have to get really good at it.
But what do you do in neighborhoods when ain't nobody interested in living there? That the people who have the means to leave have already left. What do we do with these abandoned buildings? And so I was trying to wake them up using culture.
Leonard Bernstein said that to achieve great things, you need a plan and not quite enough time. Isn't that true? So what do you think happens when you pat a 20-something on the head and you say you have 10 extra years to start your life?
So if I told you that this was the face of pure joy, would you call me crazy?
You know, what if our technology could sense our emotions? What if our devices could sense how we felt and reacted accordingly, just the way an emotionally intelligent friend would?
For more information, visit ngl.cengage.com/keynote.
Okay, so those are the cutout of the TED Talk videos featured in Keynote series. Okay, so for Keynote, we have curated the most appropriate TED Talks from over 2,000 clips, yeah, for our students. So each unit features one TED Talk, and learners can develop an understanding of the speaker's main idea as they are guided through the unit, okay? So the unit begins with an engaging segment of the TED Talk that's used to introduce the main idea and generate discussion. Okay, this is the example. There is a warm-up activity, and then after that, they can watch cutout of the video, okay? And then after that, it's followed by a vocabulary lesson, yeah, a vocabulary lesson in which the vocabulary is taught and practiced in lesson A. It's called lesson A, yeah, to provide our students with the words and phrases they will need to discuss the topic of the unit, yeah. And there is and then you can see what your students are going to do for that kind of activity. Yeah, there is an instruction. It's very clear here. And then also there is a video montage with instructional elements to reinforce the instruction. This is the example.
In life, there are no shortcuts to joy.
Okay, so this is the example of the video montage for vocabulary lesson. And then after that, it's followed by listening activity. Yeah. The listening activity is unique to prepare students for real-world communication. So there will be videos recorded especially for Keynote to provide additional authentic listening opportunities through interviews and profiles with real people from around the world, including National Geographic explorers, musicians, students, journalists, and others. Okay, so this is the example, yeah, of the activity. It includes the critical thinking. So it's the signposting has been very clear for Keynote series. So you know that in this section, there will be a critical thinking activity, which allows students to have like a discussion, yeah, and also to express their ideas. This is the example of the recorded interview.
I'm a TV host and journalist. The TV hosting part of my career has always been in sport, usually soccer. I've presented live matches in the Premier League, European Champions League, the FA Cup and World Cup, as well as international games.
What do you like about your job?
The best thing is that I'm working in sport, which is my life and passion. I really enjoy going to work.
Yeah, so this is the example of the authentic video recorded for the listening session. And then remember that the interview will always work to deepen the main idea presented in the TED Talk while providing additional source of authentic language. And then after that, there is a language focus section, okay? It shows engaging infographic, yeah, to provide real life content, real life context, yeah, for key grammar points. So this is the example of the infographic.
So what do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a journalist for a local newspaper.
Sounds great.
Really? It's not, actually.
Oh? What don't you like about it?
Well, the pay is okay, but I really don't like the hours. They're terrible.
So students listen and watch to the animated presentation of the infographic so that they can contextualize the grammar. And then after that, they are given the grammar, grammar explanation, grammar structure, okay, through chart with additional support available in the grammar pages at the back of the book. Okay, so they don't really talk, it doesn't really show like the grammatical rules, okay, but it gives examples, and you can see there are phrases highlighted there so that students can pay more attention, okay. And if you think that this is not enough for your students to understand about the grammar, you can always go to the and follow the direction over here, which grammar summary, which page that can help you to give more example, to give more explanation to your students. And then after that is followed by reading section. So the reading contextualizes the key vocabulary and also the language focus that the students have learned previously, and to help students to better understand the main idea of the unit, okay? And sometimes the reading provides a short summary of the TED Talk, and sometimes it presents a related idea that gives the students another perspective on the speaker's main idea, okay? So throughout the unit, from one activity to another, students can continue to build understanding of the main idea as they complete the related activities. So you can see here, there are many reading skills which students can learn. Yeah, for example, to understand sequence, to understand details, to build vocabulary, okay? So they also get it from the reading section. And then after that, they can find the real TED Talk page, okay? So the TED Talk from the unit, the TED Talk is actually from the unit opener that was introduced earlier, okay? And then the TED Talk is further segmented here into two parts so that students can easily access the language and concepts and also complete focused activities related to the segment. Okay, sorry. So the first page here, the first page of the TED Talk section ends with a critical thinking activity. Okay, this one. Okay, so that students can personalize the big idea presented in the TED Talk. So it's usually the questions or the prompts in this section, critical thinking section, usually can relate the students, the TED Talk video with the students' experience, okay, or ideas. And then there is this presentation skill page, okay, to guide our students to watch a series of TED speakers as they each effectively demonstrate one best practice in communication. Yeah. So this is the example of a video.
But the advantage of that wonderful thin atmosphere is that it enables you to see the stars in the heavens with amazing clarity. Have a look.
Some 1,500 miles south of the tropics, between Chile and Bolivia.
Okay, so those are some examples of the TED Talk videos, yeah? And there are some skills developed in the presentation skill sections, yeah? For example, introducing yourself, using effective body language, okay? And showing enthusiasm, paraphrasing key points, calling others to action, using descriptive language, using stories to be relatable, using humor, okay? So does these skills also build effective everyday communication skills? Yes, it does, right? So the bigger learning goal for our students when developing presentation literacy is the ability to powerfully communicate in any situation, right? In the either social, academic, and also professional. And those skills can transfer easily into any 21st century scenario. And then after that, there is a communicative page, yeah, communicative activity, okay, to guide the students to collaborate in pairs and in groups, to have a discussion and think creatively about the main idea, okay? So students also communicate their own opinions about the main idea in a controlled writing task, yeah, at the end of the page. For flexible instruction options, this task is also further supported in the printed workbook, yeah? And lastly, there will be a presentation page at the end of the unit to help the students achieve the goal, okay? So to help the students, they are given a realistic level appropriate model presentation that demonstrates multiple best practices, yeah? And there will be step-by-step support as they create their own presentation, as you can see it from here, okay? And then the presentation pages reinforce ways learners can communicate their ideas passionately, powerfully, and effectively. So this is the end of activity, yeah, of in Keynote series. So basically, the lesson goal or the unit goal for Keynote series is actually so that our students can produce their own presentation. Yeah, so here, this is the goal, to have their turn, the students' turn, to give presentation. Okay, so that's about Keynote series. And then every teaching resources that you need, you can find it in our new platform that is called Spark. Okay, actually, the Spark platform is not just for teaching resources. There are many things that you can do in Spark platform, including the learning management system. However, I know that Kalam Kudus currently is not using Spark as a learning management system, so teachers will only get the Spark teacher account for free so that you can get the teaching resources. So in Spark, actually, you can be the admin, yeah, of your course or your class, yeah. You can check your own username and password. If you think that your password is too easy or too difficult, then you can change it using the admin tool. And then we also have a separate online placement in Spark, but it's not included in Keynote series. So this online placement is separated and it's intended for teenagers up to adults. Yeah. So if you're interested in online, giving your students online placement test, then you might want to consider this as an option. And then inside Spark, inside the teacher's account, you will find the teacher resources. Okay. You can download the teacher resources there, including worksheets, teacher's guide, okay? And then also classroom presentation tool. Classroom presentation tool looks exactly the same like the printed books, but it already has the audios, videos, and activities embedded in it, including the answer keys, yeah? If you use Spark as a learning management system, it means there will be additional access codes for your students so that they can get their students account, okay? And inside the Spark students account, students will already have the students ebook embedded already, okay? So they will have, by using Spark as a learning management system, your students will get printed books and then also ebooks in Spark, yeah? And then if you use Spark as a learning management system, you can also assign online practice for your students, yeah? So the activities in the online practice, they are different from the printed books, okay? But they are within the same topics, same theme. So you can use the online practice activities as additional practice for your students, as a homework, or as a small quiz, okay? And also you can assign online test to your students. It's going to be auto-graded. You just have to pick and choose the available questions provided. And then after that, you can assign those questions or the tasks to your students. And then it's going to be auto-graded, and everything from the online practice results and the test results, you can see it from the course gradebook so that you can track your students' progress, your students' results of the online practice, and also the assessment. So that's about it. So I'm going to show you how Spark works. But before that, do you have any question? Any question? Miss Rini?
Ma'am Rini, do you have any question? Ma'am? Ma'am Rini? Ma'am Rini? Are you there? Okay, I think you can just continue because I would like to ask something about Spark, but I would let you to explain first.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to explain, I'm going to show you about Spark. So just like I mentioned earlier, teachers always get the Spark Teachers account for free, okay? So you just have to give us the teacher's data, name, email address, and the level that the teacher is teaching, okay? And then after that, we will give you the username and password. So after we already give you the username and password, teachers just need to log in. Okay. Usually once the teacher logs in, teachers can already see the course created for them, okay? But just in case the teachers still don't see the course, teachers can always create course by themselves, yeah? So create the course and then create the course name. Let's see, intermediate, yeah. Today, usually for a year. And then this one, you have to choose one of them. If you use Spark as learning management system, you have to be very careful in selecting this, because if you only show assigned content, your students in their students account can only see the assigned activities, can only do the assigned activities. But if you choose to show all content, it means your students in your students account can do all the activities, although they haven't been assigned to them, okay? But I would always recommend to only show assigned content for more teachers' control, yeah, so you can monitor your students' progress easily. And then after that, choose the material, Keynote, let's say intermediate, and then create. Wait, what happened? Okay, so if you still don't see the course in the dashboard, you can always go to Courses tab. Hold on, what's going on? Okay, go to the Courses tab and then, yeah. So, and then find the course that you just created. Keynote intermediate. This one, and then start it. Then now you can find it on the dashboard. Okay, so here you already have your course ready on the dashboard. You can see if you use it as a learning management system, it means you'll have a list of students in the enrollment. Okay, and then there you can see the start and end date of the course, the mode, yeah, assignments only or all content. And then this is the course key. If you use Spark as a learning management system, you will have to give the course key to your students so that your students, when they register their username and password, they when they register, they will be automatically go under this course. But if you don't use it as a learning management system, you can just ignore this code. Yeah. You can still edit the course or delete the course if you like. And then if you want to get into the course, you just need to click the arrow. Okay. I think my internet connection makes it slow. Hmm. Hold on. Is my video okay or it's unstable?
No, it's
Your
okay.
video, it's okay. Yeah.
My video is okay.
Yes.
So it's probably not the internet connection. What's wrong?
It's tired.
It's
getting tired, Miss Fitri.
Tired. I've been doing it for a couple of days. It's tired. I'm going back to the dashboard again. Let's see. Or I'm going to use mine. Let's see if I can.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so meanwhile, have I have an account, but it's not my account. It's my friend's account, Miss Helen's account. So I tried to create course, and I just noticed I have to put the star first to be in the dashboard. Is it like that? I mean, like after I create the course, right? After I create a course, and then I have to star it first to be in the dashboard. Does it go like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
So is it possible for me to have my own account in GL? So I just have to give my email address, right? To Patri? Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, Miss, after this training, our team will send you a form for you to fill in the teacher's information, such
Okay.
as the name, class, and the books they use for teaching. So based on this information, we will create a Spark account individually.
I see. Okay. So like yesterday, we were all different people except me, right?
Yeah. For
But is it
like
possible?
for Miss Angelia, it's a new teacher, right? In
Yes.
last year we didn't have her
The
data, so
Yes.
for the next academic year, we need you to fill in her data information so we can create new account for her.
Okay.
I'm going to switch my internet first.
Sure. It's okay.
Okay, are you here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. So I just chose the elementary one. Okay, so basically, so once you get into the course, this is what you can see. You can, so here there's a preview activity, yeah, or launch course. For some titles, it's called launch course. Okay, so here you can see the activities for the online practice. Okay, so just like I mentioned earlier, so these activities are different from the ones that you can find in the printed books. So just if you don't, although you don't use Spark as a learning management system, you can still always take advantage of it. Okay, so you can still project these activities in the classroom if you still have the time. So project these activities in the classroom, just like Miss Agatha usually does, right? So you use it as a review or for additional practice for your students, right? You can project it in the classroom and then you can have your students answer it together with you. For example, so blah, 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 music usually features an electric guitar. What do you think the answer? Horror or rock? Okay, and then they would choose whatever. Scary films about ghosts and monsters are called what? Okay. Studies show that listening to action music or classical music helps you concentrate better. Let's say action. Okay. Okay. So let's see.
No, classical.
What? No. I mean, I try to make it wrong. So if although your students answer the wrong answer, probably you don't want to react to that first. Probably just let them make mistakes. Okay. I usually would do that. Okay. So if you think it's action, okay, let's do it. What about this? Jazz or science fiction films often include robots and aliens. Okay. And then whatever. Okay. So after you finish, and then you can always check the answers together. Okay. So it's not action. Yeah. So it should be, what was that?
It's
What was
classical, Miss.
classical? Yeah. Okay, it's classical. So some people would complain, why did you answer action? Okay. So it can be more engaging. So it's okay for your students when they make mistakes, just follow them first. And then after that, you can correct their mistakes together. Okay. And then yeah, so that's one of the way you can use, you can still enjoy the additional activities in Spark platform. What did I do? Okay, in Spark platform, although you don't use Spark as a learning management system. So these activities are actually the activities that you can assign to your students if you use Spark as a learning management system. Yeah. So next is CPT, Classroom Presentation Tool. It looks exactly the same like the printed book. Yeah. You can use, you can stream it online, or if you want to use it offline, you can download. Yeah, based on the type of your the software of your laptop. Okay, after you download, you install it in your notebook, then you can have it, you can use it offline like this. Here you go. Okay, so here you can have the student's book and also the workbook, unit opener. Okay, like this. It looks exactly the same like the printed book. If you think that the writing is too small, you can zoom area like this, for example. Yeah. And then you can use the tools, yeah, but like there's like text, pen, highlighter, eraser, undo, redo, okay, and show height annotations, and then you can also use the timer or countdown just for fun, okay. You can play around with it, and then after that, if you see the 3 dots, this is the question that you gave me yesterday. Miss Agatha. So there is activity that you can do with your students here. Okay, there are many types of activities: drag and drops, fill in the blanks, multiple choice, yeah, matching. Okay, and for teachers, you already have the answer keys available for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. And then if you see this icon, it means there's a listening activity that you can do with your students. This is video, sorry.
Track 1.3. Speaking.
Oh, listen. This is my favorite piece of music.
Really? Who's the composer?
Bach. I love his music.
Yeah? I don't know him very well.
Oh,
Okay. So you can watch the video, you can listen to the audio just one click away here. Okay. So here, this is also, there is a pronunciation activity.
Track 1.1. Pronunciation. 1. Rock. 2.
Okay, and then let's say you are here on the reading page, and then you want to go to the workbook. You don't have to get out. You just click the workbook button. Okay, and then you can show the solution one by one like this. Or you can show them all at once. If it's too small, you can zoom area again. This. Okay. Yeah, that's about classroom presentation tool. I'm going back here again. So teacher resources. So here you can find many resources for Keynote. Yeah. CFR correlation. Okay. Pre-made. Oh, sorry. This is teacher's book. Yeah. You can also download the teacher's book from here. And pre-made and of course test. Okay. And then here, the answer keys for workbook, for progress tests, mid-course tests, yeah. Teacher's book, but the audio scripts, yeah, it's part of the teacher's book. But specifically for audio scripts, for teaching reading text, table of contents, TED Talk transcripts, pacing guides, okay. And then placement test, but this is pre-made, so you can download it, print it, and use it offline. Reading text, audios, yeah, videos, answer keys, teacher's book correlations, okay, and other videos for your resources. Okay, audio script, workbook audio. Okay, so this is the example of the teacher's guide. Here, for example, here you can see this is in PDF, normal PDF. So here you can see what your students are going to learn in the unit. Yeah, the theme, what vocabulary skills will be discussed, listening, speaking, grammar, pronunciation, reading, TED Talk, presentation skills, and writing. Okay, and then you can see the warm-up activities. Okay, teaching tip. Yeah. So teaching tip usually contains possible problems that students might encounter. Okay, and then also there are some tips on how to help our students tackle the problems. Okay, and then here, if there is a 21st century outcomes, yeah, it's highlighted there. Articulate thoughts and ideas effectively using oral, written, and nonverbal communication skills in a variety of forms and context, for example. Yeah, so this is the teacher's guide. And then gradebook, you use it if you use Spark as learning management system. So you can check your students' performance and class performance. User management, it's the admin tool. Yeah, so where you can check or edit your password. Yeah, and username. And then this is the assignment tab where you can assign your students with the activities that I showed you earlier. So if you use Spark as learning management system, of course. So in this tab, test tab, it's where you can create a test, choose the questions that you want to give to your students, and then assign the test to your students. Messaging tab is to send messages to your students, of course, again, if you use Spark as a learning management system. So that's it about Spark and Keynote. Any question? So for Miss Agatha, it means you need a Spark for
Yeah.
all titles, like the primary.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
I'm
you
gonna need all of them. Primary, secondary. Yeah.
okay. So you just have to inform mastery about it. The levels that you need. Okay.
Okay.
So you
I
can.
think I need to I think they asked me to be in charge in monitoring all of these things. But I
Sure.
really like Keynote. I really like the TED Talk. I think I watched the TED Talk since 2010. Yes. So I loved it when I found out about Keynote. So I said to my how do I say it? The one who responsible for the school. And then I said to her that it's very nice. You need to use this kind of book because it will engage the student to see the other part of the world. They need to build their, they need to have open mind. So
Yes.
it's really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So the TED Talk videos are very inspiring for the students.
Yes.
And then it builds the students' confidence to make presentation, to give presentation, even
Yes.
at young age, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
All right. So that's about it. Probably when you have your Spark account, you don't see all of the titles on the dashboard. Yeah. So you might want to check the courses tab. If you still cannot find, you can always create course. So the contents are already available for you. Yeah, the materials. Yeah. The publisher materials are already available for you. You just have to create the course.
Okay, and then don't forget to put it to mark it as a star, so it will appear in the dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
for the dashboard, there is a limitation. I think you cannot
Okay.
start all of them. I think the limit is only 6, if I'm not mistaken. So only
Okay.
6 courses that you can put in the dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Miss Fitri, for
You're
explaining all of
welcome.
this. NGL.
Agatha.
Yes, thank you, Mastri.
I
Thank
think
you
we
so
will
much.
send the recording around Friday or Sunday, yeah.
Of course, yes, because we're going to have like a long weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll
Okay,
be
thank
waiting for the
you.
form as well because I need to fill in the form, right?
Yeah, for from our team from NECO will contact either Miss Triposa or you.
Okay. Okay, that was